And come onto all fours and just start to lift and lower your wrists. So warming up your wrists. Keep the knuckles of the root knuckles of your fingers down and press into all 10 of your fingertips. And as you do this, you might start to feel a little bit of a burn under your forearms. It's a good thing. That's the weaker part of the forearms, and that can create imbalances. Begin to make figure eights, shifting your weight side to side, circling your shoulders and your ribs. And let your head move, your spine. And then turn your fingers in with your palms facing up. Spread your fingers so the back of your fingers, back of your fingernails are on the floor. Then bend your elbows out sides as you lower your chest. And inhale to
that music is really loud.
Okay. And then curl your fingers in towards your palm. Shift a little bit side to side. Tuck your toes under, sit back onto your heels. And then circle your wrists. Reverse direction. So we'll do one more wrist stretch. Reach your arms out in front. And then turn your palms to face out. Cross your wrists. Interlace your fingers. And then thread your knuckles down, up and forward. And depending on the tightness, this is where you can really feel the imbalances on your forearms when you feel that it's a little bit of a twist of the wrist and stretch of the forearm. And breathe. Release that. Unwrap and do the left on top of right. Interlace your fingers. Thread your knuckles down, up and forward. And you might really notice a difference between the two forearms. One will probably feel a lot tighter than the other. And then release that. Interlace your hands behind your back. Bend your elbows, and as you inhale, lengthen up through the sides of your waist and do a little bit of a shrugging of your shoulders up. Then draw your shoulder blades back and down. And then tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. And if you can, bring those knuckles over to your left waistline. So your hands are interlaced and you're just cradling the back of your right palm in the left side waist. And then drop your chin down. Release the knuckles back. Switch the clasp so it's the opposite thumb on top. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Right ear to right shoulder. I've been on my computer so much lately, I've really felt it in my neck. And bring your wrist, your hand over to your right waistline. Just letting your right ear drop to your right shoulder. Draw your left shoulder back. And then drop your chin down. And release your arms. And then just shake out your hands. Come into a squat. So heels up or down. And reach your arms up. And your arms can be slightly forward. And then squeeze your hands into a fist and then spread. Squeeze, spread, and then flick. Like you're flicking water off of your fingers. And then just keep doing this. Breathing. And again, this is also warming up the forearms, strengthening the hands and the forearms, so that when we do weight bear on the hands, you're really using your hands correctly and you're not dumping into the wrists. Relax your neck and your jaw, and you can just kind of look diagonally down so you're not straining your neck at all. Keep breathing deep And then release. Come back to all fours. Now come onto your fingertips and begin to make circles. So circle your head and your rib cage. And reverse direction. Come back to neutral, plant your palms flat, grip the floor, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, stretch back. Bend your knees, lift your heels, stretch back through your hips, draw your front ribs in, tilt your tail to the sky. Deepen your groin, so lift up through your sitting bones and your tailbone. Straighten your legs, but lift way up onto your tippy toes. Move the tops of your thighs back, and then keep your legs straight as you stretch your heels down towards the floor. Press into your big toe and big toe mound. Heels disappearing straight back behind your second toes. Inhale, lift your heels again, this time wave forward to plank pose. Pause in plank. Push your hands down. Head neutral. Firm your thighs, tone your legs, tone your whole body. Then lower your knees, pull your heels to your glutes, tilt your tail to the sky, lower your chest, chin to the floor, drag your knees forward, sitting bones high. Extend your legs back, inhale into cobra. And sway side to side, twisting and looking back at one foot and then the other. Out your neck and front body, front of the hips. Inhale up the center. Exhale, release all the way down to the floor. And on your belly, take your right arm into a cactus arm. So bent elbow, 90 degrees. Bend your left knee. So keep your chest lifted and reach your left foot behind you. Press into the right hand. So you're opening up through the front of the right chest and shoulder. Keep pressing into that right arm. Right shoulder stays back. And then come back to center. Right hand under right shoulder, left arm, cactus arm. Elbows lifted. Bend your right knee, step your right foot behind. Push into that left hand so the left shoulder stays back. And come back to center. Tuck your toes, press your hips back to your heels, forehead to the floor. Breathing here, arms straight, so keep your arms active. Lift up to the inner arms, inner armpits, inner shoulders. And then look forward, if you can, if you're able to bring your palms together, elbows to the floor, and slide your forearms forward. If that's too much, just keep your hands separated, shoulder width apart. If you're able to keep your palms together and bring your arms forward so your hips are more over your knees. If that's too intense, just keep it back. Just don't go as deeply. Either forehead or chin to the floor, chest to the floor if possible. Soften your eyes. Slide your arms back. Plant your hands, press back, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees and float to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold and bow. Two more, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold and release. One more, inhale, wave. Exhale and fold. And stay here, let your head hang, shake your head out, yes or no. Relax your face. Bend your knees deeper. Make sure your feet are at least hip width apart, if not slightly wider. Interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your shoulders back. Straighten your legs a little bit more. Reach your arms over your head. Keep your shoulders lifting away from your ears. Up. Keep a slight bend in your elbows so you can really focus on the upper arms moving closer towards each other. Shoulders towards the spine. Then bend your knees deeply. Straighten your right leg and twist to the right. Pull your right hip crease back and look up past your right shoulder. Use your left hand to pull on your right hand. And really breathe into the whole right waistline, right chest. Bend your right knee, switch the clasp of your hands. Straighten your left leg and twist to the left. Pull your left hip crease back, left shoulder back. Use right hand to pull on left hand. And then come back to center, release your arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good, and release your arms by your sides. Reach your right arm up alongside your ear. Side bend to the left, and then continue the circle. Separate your feet outer hip width again, and fold over the legs. And then reach with the left arm to the right, and make 2 more of these big giant circles with your arms and your spine. Folding over, releasing, reaching right, up, left, and down. 1 more, right, up, left, and down. Roll up the center. And then left arm up. Side bend right. Fold over the right leg, center to the left. Up, 2 more. Right, down, left, up. 1 more. Right, down, left, and up. Come to stand. And at the front of the mat, hip width apart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, flat back, soft knees. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, arms by your sides, flat back. Shift the weight into your right foot. Slowly peel left foot off the floor, left heel to glute. Squeeze the hamstring. Slowly extend your left leg back. Press your right knee to the right, and that will help engage your glute medius so that you can balance better. Slowly lower your left foot, left toes, left knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend right, right hand down, left hand behind your head. So either right hand to knee or to the floor if it reaches. Bring your left elbow forward and press your head back into your hand. Look slightly to the right. And then release. Take your left hand off the mat, fingers point out. Lift your back knee, reach right arm to the left. Look under your right arm. Left arm is straight, back leg is straight. Reach your right arm back. And then down by your side. And down to the floor. And 2 more of those big circles. So we're really working to mobilize the shoulders and the neck today. 1 more big circle, taking it into the full range of motion. Right hand down, spin your left heel down. Down dog lunge, reach your arms diagonally left. And release your head between your arms. Right leg 90 degrees, back foot flat. Press away with your hands, reach back to your hips. And lengthen the side body. Deep breaths. Walk your hands back. Turn your toes slightly to the left. Come into a half squat. Bend your right knee. Flex your left foot. Dig and drag your left heel towards your left hip. Toning the left leg. Right arm to the right. Left arm open. Left shoulder back. Lean back. Lunge over your right leg. Plant your left palm flat, index pointing straight ahead, turn both toes to the right. Walk your right foot halfway down your mat, reach your right arm up. Push your left hand down and forward, reach your right arm alongside your ear. Lift your hips, pull your right hip back. Right hand to the floor. Inhale, step back to plank pose. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, focusing on the grounding of the index finger knuckles and the lifting of the inner armpits. Balancing out the shoulders. Inhale, lift your heels high, look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees deep, hopper step to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Back of the neck long. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, flat back, soft knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, flat back, arms by your sides. Shift the weight into your left foot, right heel to glute. Lift your right knee, extend back to your right leg. Press your left knee slightly to the left. Slowly lower your right foot to the floor. Right toes, right knee. Inhale, arms up as you draw your legs towards each other. Exhale, side bend to the left. Left hand down, right hand behind your head. Right elbow forward. And then press your head back. Look slightly to the left. Release the right arm. Shift your hips back slightly. Take your right hand off the mat, fingers pointing out to the right. Lift your back knee, left arm alongside your ear. Circle your left arm all the way back behind you, down by your side, and follow your hand with your eyes. Back to the right, 2 more big circles. Back, full range of motion. And down to the floor. Last one. Circling your whole left arm and shoulder. And bring left hand down, spin your right heel flat, and then walk your arms over to the right diagonally. Release your head between your arms. Down dog lunge. Stretch your hips back. Big breaths. Press into your feet. And try to lengthen equally through both sides of the waist. Walk your hands back, turn your toes slightly to the right, bend your left knee, come into your half squat. Flex your right foot and dig your right heel into the mat. Pull your heel back. Left arm out to the left, right arm open, shoulders back. Lunge over your left leg, plant your right hand. Turn your toes to the left, left foot can come down your mat slightly, left arm up. Left arm alongside your ear. Press down and forward with your right arm and lift your hips. Then pull that left hip back. Left hand down, inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect to your breath. Bring your feet together, inhale your right leg back. Exhale, open your hip, bend your knee. Try to keep your shoulders even, so keep left shoulder back. Just opening the right hip. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square your hips. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Warrior 1, spin your left heel down 30 degrees. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, press down and up to your feet. Hold your left wrist. Lift up, draw your ribs down, and crescent to the right. Press to the outer edge of your back foot. Left hip forward, right hip back. Inhale up to center. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Bring your right hand to your hip and then shorten your stance slightly. So walk your back foot forward until both hips are facing the front. Soften your knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tilt your hips back as you come forward with a flat back. Left hand down, either straight underneath your left shoulder or to the outside of your right foot. Twist to the right, keep your hips level. Right onto the sky. Inhale, ground down through your legs, stretch through your spine. Exhale, twist from your ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Two more, inhale. Keeping the weight in that back leg. Exhale. Last breath. Look down, bend your right knee, switch your hands with your right hand, forward and slightly right as you step into your right foot. Half moon, roll your left hip open. Flex your left foot. Draw your right hip back and stay here, or you can try to balance and take your right hand off the floor into prayer. Engaging the side core, draw your front ribs in. Now bend your right knee, point your left foot, slowly step back. Warrior two. So making adjustments when you land. Stepping your feet a little bit wider if you need to. Right heel in line with your left arch. Right knee right over second, pointing over second and third toe. Inhale, right palm up. Exhale, reverse. Reach back. Left hand can go behind the top of the right hip if it reaches. Inhale, come up. Exhale, option to bind in your side angle. So several options here, either forearm to thigh, left arm alongside your ear, or fingertips to the floor, or right arm under, left arm behind the back, hold left wrist, and spin your chest open. And as you inhale, lengthen to the left side. Exhale, left shoulder back. Keep your head in line with your spine, so lengthening all sides of the neck. One more breath. Release the bind, hands to the floor. Fingertips, and then walk your back foot in slightly, straighten both legs. Then flex your right foot and press down and forward and lift your belly. Create a rounded spine here. Try not to lift your shoulders though, so really engage your core to create this rounding. Hollow out the front body, the belly. Bend your right knee, plant your hands, inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Back of your neck long. Feet together, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open the hip, bend the knee. Soften your right knee and draw your right hip back. And then keep the right ribs lifted, the right shoulder back, shoulders even. Inhale, straighten your left leg, square your hips. Exhale, step forward, warrior one. Spin your right heel down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, settle into the front thigh. Hold right wrist with left hand, reach up. Exhale, crescent left. Hold right hip forward. Pressing to the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, straighten your left leg, left hand to hip. Walk your back foot in so that your right hip can face the front. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, soft knees as you come down with a flat back. Right hand down, either right under the shoulder or to the outside of the left foot. You can bring your left hand to your low back just to see that check that your pelvis is level, and then twist your ribs to the left, left arm to the sky. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Slow, steady breathing. All coming from your core, from the center of you, not the hips. So grounding equally through both legs. Now look forward, bend your left knee, switch your hands, reach your left hand forward, open up your right leg, right hip, right foot straight back, right arm to the sky, half moon. Stay here or balance. Draw your right rib, your front ribs in, engage your left side core. Point your right foot, bend your left knee, step back, warrior two with control. And then make adjustments when you land. Settle down into the legs. Stretch out through your arms. Big breath. Inhale, left palm up. Exhale, reverse. Right hand can go behind and a half bind. Inhale, come up, side angle variations, forearm to thigh, hand to floor, or left arm under, right arm behind the back. When you're doing the bind, you're aiming for the right wrist. And lengthen the right side, draw your right shoulder back, bend your chest open. Just watch that you're not hyperextending in that right elbow or in the back leg. You keep your right hip back. Strong and supported in your legs. Release your arms. Hands to the floor. Walk your back foot in slightly. Square your hips. Straighten your left leg. Then stay high on fingertips. And then press down and forward. Flex your left foot. Drop your head and lift your belly. So we think of doing like a big crunch here, like a big ab belly lift. One more breath. And exhale, bend your left knee. Step your right foot back. Plant your palms. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, press back. And breathing here. Lower onto your knees and come onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers. Elbows shoulder width apart. I like to tuck my bottom pinky in so I'm not crushing it. Lift your knees, lift your hips. Dolphin, press your elbows forward, chest back, stay here. Or if you would like to go into a headstand, if you have a headstand practice, you can place your head between your wrists and maybe float up. And if you don't have a headstand practice, you can just start with one leg lifted, bring more weight into the arms, building that strength in the upper body. If you are doing a headstand, lift your shoulders away from your ears. Press down through the whole forearm, elbow to wrist. So outer wrist is down. So the hands, the interlacing of the hands is soft. There's no death grip happening there. Your neck is in a neutral position. So I like to go slightly more towards the hairline to maintain the curve of the neck. If at any point you need to come down and rest, rest. If you're up, you can slowly make your way down. Back, forward. And then when you lower your knees, stack your palms. Make fists. Stack one fist on top of the other and place your forehead onto the fist so that you have a neutral neck. Bringing the natural curve back into your cervical spine, especially after weight bearing.
I've gone a lot of miles and the fire's going down, but the train's still coming. Just listen to the sound.
And then come up, plant your hands and press back, downward facing dog. Stretching back, head, neck neutral. Feet together, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Now step into your right foot, standing split, but with your left hip open, and then bend your top leg, left heel to glute. Walk your hands over to the right. Left fingertips way off to the right. Just let your head go. Top of the head to the floor. Lift your left knee high. And keep a slight bend in that right leg and draw the right hip back. There's no binding in that right hip. Walk your hands back to the front, bend both knees, left knee to the outside of your right foot, and sit all the way down. Once you're seated, make sure that both sitting bones are on the floor. You can pull the butt flesh back. If you're tighter, extend your left leg or sit up on something until you have a neutral low back, where the low back is going in and out. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. Right fingertips behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist.
Like a barn is burning down, and the fire has to breathe. So you open up the door
Inhale.
and give it what it needs. Like screaming with the brakes when you try to stop a car. You're burning up inside, cause you don't know who you are.
Inhale, back to the front. Exhale, swing your right leg behind you. Widen your left knee slightly to the left. Tuck your right toes under. Turn the right thigh in. Let's take a quad stretch. So reach your right arm back. And if that's too much, if you're getting enough of a stretch, just being upright, you can stay here. You can find your foot and grab your foot. Pull your foot forward, the outer right hip. If you've got a good hold of your foot, you can go into mermaid. Slide your foot into your right elbow, please. Left arm up, so using the support of your legs, knees drawing towards each other. Getting that stretch in that left shoulder. Keep trying to bring that right hip forward, left hip back. One more breath. And release. You can adjust your front shin if you want to go a little bit deeper and fold forward over the left leg.
There's no way that you can run from. There's no one you're gonna like more. Watch out or you're gonna get hit. There's no way that you can miss it. I live inside of your nightmares. I can't lie, I do care. So hurry up and get there. I gotta time it all in. I live inside of your nightmares. I can't lie, I do care. So hurry up.
Walk your hands back. Tuck your right toes under, plant your hands, sweep back, down dog split, left leg up. Open up your left hip. Soften your right knee, step the ball of the left foot behind you for wild thing. Left hand behind your head. Press your head into your hand. Keep your right shoulder back. Keep the right index knuckle grounded. Look to the front of your mat. Press into your right hand. Slowly step your left foot forward. Taking your time. Step into your left foot. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Open the hip. Bend the knee. Right knee up. Walk your hands to the left. Let your head go. You can shake your head out a little bit. Top of the head, release down. Right heel squeezing to the glute, draw your left hip back. So stretching from that right kneecap all the way through your right fingertips. And walk your hands back to center. Bend your left knee, right knee to the outside of your left foot, and sit down. And then make all the adjustments. Left sitting bone on the floor. Left foot flat, left knee up. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, twist to the left. Left fingertips behind you. Inhale, lift it up from the base of your spine. Exhale, twist from your ribs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist.
I had dreams, I had high
Not straining the neck here. Making sure that there's an equal rotation happening throughout your whole spine. So sometimes it's helpful to just even close your eyes and just sense that from within. So you're not using your eyes to orient so much, but you're orienting from your body. From your body's natural intelligence.
Don't you eat of a better food.
Inhale, unravel, turn back to the front. Left leg behind you, widen your right knee slightly to the right. Tuck your left toes under and turn the left thigh in. Bring your left hip forward. And stay upright here or reach back, find your foot for the quad stretch. Pull your foot to the outer left hip.
Why was
And
I
if you took
such
the
a
mermaid
coward?
variation, you can bring the foot
I'd
into
make
the left
history
elbow,
looking, baby,
right
what
arm
else I
up.
could do. Gonna make
Find
something
opposite
could be
fingertips,
mine,
press
you
your
know
head
I-
back
Another
into your right
highway
forearm.
one can't possess
Keep
another.
squeezing your knees towards each other. Draw the right hip back, left hip
Here's
forward.
your soul.
And release. Make any adjustments. And then bow forward over your right leg.
Don't you eat of the bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth. Is all that you have is your soul.
Keep your hips even. Keep your right foot active. Press the pinky toe side of your right foot down.
Make a deal and have no debts to pay. Take it all, I take it all. Had to
Relax
run
your
away.
jaw.
Leave myself, first class and first rate. All that you have is your soul. Don't be tempted by the shiny apple.
Walk your hands back.
Don't you
Tuck your left toes under, plant your hands. Sweep your right leg all the way back, down dog split. Soften your left knee, step the ball of the right foot behind you for wild thing. Right hand behind your head. Elbow in, press your head back into your hand to curl in your upper back. Keep left index finger knuckle
Here I
reading.
am, I'm waiting for a better day. Second chance.
To the front of your mat, press into the left hand.
Hope to dream.
Slowly step your right foot
Speak
forward.
again. Waking a world with clear conscience and
Into
clean
lunge.
hands.
Step your left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale,
All
lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold and bow. Shake your head out again, yes and
Don't
no.
be tempted by the shiny
Relax your
apple.
face, interlace your hands behind the base of your skull. Just cradling the head with the forearms gently. And just releasing, using gravity to just release any tension in the neck.
Is your soul. Oh, my mama told me.
Release your arms, plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Hop to the front and hop to a squat. Lower your seat to the floor. Bring your hands behind you 6 to 8 inches with your fingers pointing forward. Bend your elbows slightly and puff your chest up. Shoulders back, elbows back, but keep your index finger knuckles rooted. Ground into your feet and lift your hips.
All that you have.
Keep your head neutral so you can even keep it lifted slightly so you don't over flex the back of the neck. Keep lifting your chest up between your arms and then bring your hips forward towards your heels. You can bring your heels in a little bit and then keep your hands where they are but reach your knees to the floor. So this is a big stretch in the wrists and I'm feeling it in even the palm of my right hand. And the shoulders. And then release your seat down to the floor. Soles of your feet together, knees apart. Inhale, lift and sit up tall. Either stay upright and you can pull the butt flush back again to get a little bit more of that pelvic tilt, or you can bow forward. And then you can also scoot your hips back. If you're bowing forward, scoot your hips back a little bit so it's a little bit more of a diamond shape, a little bit more of an open Tarasana. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, bring your left foot in a little bit, extend your right leg forward. Turn to face your front leg, fingertips on either side of your front leg. Now turn your ribs to face your front foot. So your legs are like 90 degrees with your left knee bent. Keep your left hand either to the outer foot or the outer shin. Bend your elbows wide to the sides and bow over your right thigh. If you're a little bit more open and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can take your left elbow to the outside of your right shin. Turn your palm in to hold the outer foot. It's a little bit of a deeper twist. use your right fingertips pressing down to lift your right ribs up. Inhale, come up. And then open your left knee slightly wider so your hips are open. Right arm on the inside, left arm alongside your ear. Reach for your left foot. If you've got a hold of the left foot with the left hand, you can hold the inner edge with the right hand. Press your right elbow down if it's on the floor and use it to twist your chest open. Look up underneath your left upper arm. Try to reach that left hip down. Try to get that left sitting bone to anchor. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left hand behind you. Sweep your right arm alongside your ear. And lift your right leg, reach back. Wrap your fingers around the top of the arch. So I'll just show for a second. So fingers pointing towards the ankle. And then kick your foot back. Lift your chin. So this is also stretching. It's not only stretching the front of the hip and the thigh, but it's also stretching the wrist and the foot. And release, hips back. And extend your right leg, and we'll just switch sides. So left leg forward, right knee back, pull the butt flesh back, turn to face the left leg. So use fingertips on either side of the left leg. Right hand either outer shin or outer foot, or right forearm to the outside, and bow over the left leg. Staying high on those left fingertips. And use your left fingertips to press down and forward and lift left belly up.
Been traveling these wide roads for so long. My heart's been far from you, 10,000 miles gone. Oh, I wanna come near and give you every part of me.
Inhale, come up. Exhale, open up your right knee a little bit wider, so you're facing between the legs. Left arm on the inside, right arm alongside your ear. Reach for that left foot. If you've got, you can reach it. Grab a hold of the outer edge with the right hand, inner edge with the left hand. Press your left elbow down to spin your chest open. And then try to reach your right hip down to the floor, right sitting bone.
Take me to your river. I wanna go.
Inhale, come up. Exhale, right hand outside of the right hip, fingers pointing out. Lift up onto your right knee and right shin. Left arm alongside your ear. Lift your left leg. Reach back, find your left foot. Fingers pointing towards the left ankle. Kick your foot back into your hand. Head back. And then release. Come on to your knees. Shift your hips to the side. Bring your feet forward. And slowly make your way down to your back. One vertebrae at a time. Once you're on your back, place your feet and elbows bent by your sides, palms facing each other. Press your feet down, lift up into bridge. You can either stay here or interlace your hands underneath you, or if you want to go into a wheel, hands under shoulders, elbows over wrists. Inhale to the crown of the head and pause. Once on your head, elbows over wrists, so press into your hands. Then try to move your chest over your wrists. Keep your feet parallel, keep narrowing your knees. And then use your legs to move your chest over your wrists. Let your head go. When you're ready, bend your elbows, tuck your chin, or if you're in bridge, release your arms. Come on down. Feet on the floor, low back off the floor. Soles of your feet together, knees apart. Hold your elbows over your chest. Press your head down, scoop your upper back up, and then arms overhead. Relax here. Soften your ribs.
Take me to your river. I wanna go.
Let's do one more. bridge or wheel. If you did bridge the first time, you'd like to do wheel the second time. Place your feet, place your hands. Inhale to the crown of your head, or just repeat bridge. Elbows over wrists, come on up. And feel free to take any variations. If you'd like to do a one-leg variation, bring your left foot out slightly, bring right foot to left knee. And then try to think of lifting up your right hip and kick your left foot over to your right foot over to the left. You're just creating a big widening through the back of the right side of the pelvis. And then release that right foot, turn the right foot out slightly, left foot to right knee. Widening through the left seat, kick your foot over to the right. And release that left foot back down. One more breath. And come on down. Look at all that he gave you. Yes, for one, and you got to. Once again, finding the widening. Give yourself a hug this time. Lift your upper back. Widen through the upper back. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Just like the morning sun, you keep on rising till the sky knows your name. Hello, my only one. Remember who you are. Put your arms like a T. And lift your legs to the sky. Knees slightly bent. Press the big toe mounds together. Press the back of your shoulders into the floor. Inhale here. Exhale your legs halfway to the right, 2/3 of the way. Keep your left shoulder on the floor. Inhale to center. Keep a natural curve in your low back, so low back is lifted. Exhale your legs to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Keep the back of the arms on the floor the whole time. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. If you want more, you can straighten your legs, but keep your feet up and aiming towards your hands. And exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Right shoulder down. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Just like the morning sun, you'll keep on rising till the sky knows your name. And you're still my chosen one. Exhale, right. Remember who you are. No, you're not perfect, but you're not your mistake. Inhale, center, last one. Exhale, left. Tell Nori about me. Tell Nori. Inhale, center. I just want you to do me a favor. Exhale, knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Happy baby or any final pose you'd like to do. Wide straddle. Whatever you need to complete your practice. Tell Nori about me. Tell Nori about me. Tell Nori about me. And when you're ready, release into Shavasana. Extend your legs down along the floor, feet as wide as the edges of your mat. Lift and widen your buttocks flush, arms by your sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Try to soften the back of your ribs, so press your head down and just widen the upper back and try to melt the back of the ribs into the floor. Keep softening and releasing. So letting the practice assimilate and marinate. Absorbing all the benefits of your work and your effort. Try to stay in your body. Try to sense what your body feels like to be laying here. What do your arms feel like? Feel the weight of your arms. Feel pressure against the earth. What do your legs feel like? Notice if there's a difference between your legs. One leg feels differently than the other. Does one feel heavier? Is one more tense? Notice how your pelvis feels. Does it feel contracted? Is it numb? Do you feel more sensation in one area than another? Observe without judgment, just notice. Get curious. How does your belly feel? Do you feel hungry, tight? Empty, full? What are the sensations in your belly? Notice your chest, your whole rib cage. Does it feel free, light, tense, open, closed? Feel your throat. Feel how the breath is moving through your throat. Is it moving freely? Does it feel blocked? Notice your jaw. Your tongue. Your eyes. The weight of your head. Can you sense your whole body all at once? Expand your awareness, maybe even beyond the borders of your skin, into the space around you. What does it feel like? How far can you sense beyond your own skin? Can you sense even further than that still? Come back to your body and deepen your breath. Begin to move and stretch.
I just can't hold me.
Bend your knees and roll to your right side. Press yourself up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Stay in your body, sensing your body, maintaining that same level of awareness. Hands together in front of your heart. Bow your chin to your chest, taking a moment to honor yourself, to appreciate yourself, each other, the practice. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.
Nobody on my side.